You might think that the title of a video, two generators is better than one, would be pretty dumb. And I'm not talking about two generators like this, you know, two big generators. What I'm talking about is if you have a long-term power outage, like after a hurricane, natural disaster, anything, having one big generator and one little generator is the way to go. This is a Honda EX 5500, and these are liquid cooled. Now these are very hard to find, but they are extremely quiet. I'll start this one up right where it sits. Now this is in the house. Quiet little sucker. And for the little generator, I have another one back there. But now these things can be found all day long. eBay, Craigslist. That simply don't run, don't make power. Now it can be a gamble to buy them, but this one here just happened to have ethanol poisoning. And basically it's just going through the whole fuel system, cleaning it out and getting some fresh gas in it. So we'll get that thing back together. Now this one I picked up for $40, and you know, if it makes power after we get it running, then it's a bargain. The other one got it running and it didn't make any power, so it's got a bad generator head. Maybe eventually I'll fix it, but I really don't have any money in these things, and I always buy Hondas. If you can buy Honda through and through, it's the way to go. So basically all I'm doing here, got the main jet out of it, it's right here, and it was plugged up with ethanol. It turns into like Vaseline inside of a carburetor. It's unfortunate that so many people are getting rid of perfectly good equipment because it doesn't run because of ethanol. So all I did to this thing was just pull the carburetor off, pull the float bowl off, drain the tank, and cleaned out the jets and you know, any little airways in the carburetor. And you know, I use brake clean. You can use carburetor cleaner, you know, any kind of solvent will work as long as you get it cleaned up. So taking a carburetor off any of these small engines, you know, is not real tricky. Just want to make sure you got everything back where it should go. Little springs and rods. Got your little fuel line here. I'll slide that back on there. There we go. And just put it back together the way it came apart, you know. Not a big deal. Of course, you're gonna need your tools. I got some tools. I love tools. So I'm gonna put some fuel in this thing and go ahead and fire it up, hopefully. Now I'm putting aviation fuel in this thing. It's 100 low leaded fuel. These generators love this stuff. It also keeps a really long time. It's expensive, but you can depend on it when it's time to run your generator. Alright, so let's see what happens here. The on and off switch on this thing is also the fuel valve. So I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to let that carburetor fill up. And let me get that choke. And I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Hopefully this thing won't flip over when I yank on this cord. Let's see what she does. Oh! Oh! Come on, baby. Come on. That sounds good. I just need to adjust the governor and let it run for a while. So I'll try to get into what I'm talking about when I'm saying two generators is better than one. So I guess let me get to the point of this whole video. I used to have a really large generator here. It was a hospital backup generator. It was a 15 kW, ran on gasoline. It was actually rated to be inside, but it was a little scary to me. And also it just burned the fuel up. You know, as soon as you were done with your loads, it used to exhaust right out the wall there. Now these two big Hondas here, these I keep these around. These are loaner generators, and I loaned them out after the last hurricane, and it was awesome, you know, to help people out. And but having a little generator just complements it, because the big generator there holds about 6-7 gallons of gas, and it'll run for maybe 10 hours. That little thing there holds only a gallon of gas, and it'll run for about 5 or 6 hours. So I guess the point is, you know, once you got your little creature comforts done, hot water, AC, things like that, you can switch over to a little generator and save your fuel, that's for sure. And the reason I keep avgas in these, or it's the same thing as racing fuel, is because it's very stable. It keeps for a very long time, where the ethanol just trashes them all, and that's why it's so easy to find things that don't run, because they're ethanol poisoned. So I guess let me go into how I do it now. I guess we'd call this my little generator. So I guess I'm kind of doing the same thing here, even though this is a lot more elaborate. This would be called my small generator, and this thing actually works for me year-round, whether I'm using it or not. And in the event of a power outage, I can go straight to my batteries and take care of quite a few things, just like a small generator would. Run all my refrigeration, my lighting, my entertainment. Nothing big like heat and water or air conditioning. But this is, I guess this will be called the small generator now. And it's also grid tied. It uses all the solar that I make all year round, keeps the batteries topped off, and feeds the rest of it back into the grid. So this generator actually makes me money. Probably makes me around $18 to $20 a month. And I'm actually getting ready to double the size of it from 1200 watts on the main array to right around 2500 watts. And this is what I'm going to call the whole house generator now. It's only 8.5 kW, but it would be the whole house. It's diesel, so I feel very comfortable by having it down here. Let it run. I can shut it off and turn it on from upstairs. That's a whole house transfer switch up there. And let me start this thing up. Show you how quiet it is. Do a little preheat here. I know it sounds noisy, but it's actually really quiet. Backyard. Garden's getting beat up by the wind. But there's the exhaust. Very quiet. Now most all this stuff I'm showing you, I bartered. I even bartered that generator. I paid next to nothing for it, or compared to its, retail value. And I guess I guess to give you a recommendation, my recommendation, you can buy your big generator, buy anything you want. I realize, there's money restrictions on most of us, including me. I work a lot. I'm not rich. But if you're going to buy a small generator, I'd recommend buying Honda through and through. Doesn't mean Honda powered, something like that, but Honda power equipment. And if you can get the bigger ones and Honda power equipment, that'd be great too. The EU series of these generators, there's a few of them out there. You might be able to find those used now too for a fair price. Those are fantastic and even quieter than this one. This one here is probably 15, 20 years old. But anyway, I hope that was helpful, and just my point on running generators. I've done it for a while. Living in a hurricane area, I've had my fair share of being without power and even without roads. So you guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time.